Enjoying my coffee.
Listen!
Maybe I can give you some spiritual advice as to what works for me.
Pokemon cards. Fun, fun, fun.
Do you have a problem with video games?
He's over in his computer all day. The only time they would communicate is playing their games, screaming at each other.
Perfect.
Guys, what is going on? Happy Monday and welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. How's it going? How's it, folks? I'm America's #1 online video game personality, Ben, the Parvinator Parvin, here at your service. How we doing, guys? Welcome. A hearty salute to everybody out there getting through on this Monday, playing some Mon. How you doing, Ralph Nemesis? What's up, man?
Mouseman.
Creator of...
Mouseman.
All right, what's up, man? How's it going? Yes, we are poking the man, all right? When the man pokes, you poke back. That's what we're here to do today, folks. I've had this screenshot. I'm getting some great usage out of this thumbnail here. When you don't know what's coming up next in the game, and even if you do, and then you fail to get to that point because you just get lost in the tall grass, so easy to do, then that means that sometimes you didn't, achieve the thing you set out to do, and you get to reuse that art all over again. Making it easy. What's up, guys? Tater, what's going on, man? How's it going? Welcome. Yes, that wasn't not so much a metaphor, the getting lost in the tall grass. I think we've all been there in this game. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Soma? Welcome. Soma said, tell us again about Pokemon Stadium. Well, I'd be so happy to do that. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, we'll knock it out, right? We'll get it out here at the top of the stream. This is a collapsible box, which means it's not good at the one function that I really truly want out of a box, which is stability. Tends to lack that, but I'm looking for some visual aids here. 1 second. Where's the prop master? Oh, picking up a couple bonus carts along the way. Ah, here we are. So, it never gets old. Let's see. I'm working on the elevator pitch. I don't know. Not actively, but here we go. So, right? In Japan, there were three Pokemon Stadium games. This was the first one. It's got a giant gash through the center. This is, just Pokemon Stadium. This released in Japan, and it never made it outside. Never got outside the country. This is already a terrible rendition of this story, but it never made it outside of Japan, and probably for good reason. It only had, like, I think 50 or so of the Pokemon actually usable in battle. You could see them all in a Pokédex and, spin them around in 3D, I'm sure, but you couldn't fight them all, so to speak. That game never came out outside of Japan. Instead, what we got was what they called Pokemon Stadium 2. And that would be, they changed the name to just, Pokemon Stadium for its Western release. So yeah, a little bit of a numbering issue. Some people call this one Pokemon Zero. But yeah, that's the skinny of it. That's an abbreviated version. Probably as long as it needs to be. So that we grew up living a lie. Our Pokemon Stadium was actually Pokemon Stadium 2, Probably a good thing we didn't know that as kids. All right, how you guys doing? Welcome. We are, again, we're going to head up to Mount Pyre. I want to say Pearl. We're heading up to Mount Pyre. I'm sure there's something, I don't know, something terrible going on up there. The storyline, I get the basics, right? I know that these guys... Team Aqua wants to raise the seas. It's also exhausting. Team Magma wants... At least it sounds so. Team Magma wants to, I guess create a bunch more land by way of pyroclastic flows. Yeah, they can't meet in the middle. I guess that's what our character is here to do, is to help them sit down at the table and figure this out between themselves. Right now we're heading to Mount Peril because Team Magma is supposed to be up to no good. And it was funny because we learned all this by way of Team Aqua and them worrying about what Magma is getting up to. So, I don't know. We're all mixed up in this, Metroid said, did you see the big Poke news? Coming to pinball for the first time. First time for a real, actual pinball machine, right? Oh, that's cool. The real life edition. I feel like I've been living that one lately. The real life edition. Pokemon Pinball is finally here, and it's not what I expected. I'm seeing some stuff on YouTube from a couple days ago. Oh, man. I love that. I love the real life edition. Oh, man. Good stuff. You guys got it. What are your favorite pinball tie-in games? I gotta admit, I got a really good go on the Sopranos machine at this one place one time. This bar we go to sometimes. It's got a bunch of retro games, and then a good little room full of pinball, and they had the Sopranos pinball there, and it's funny because they had this machine turned up to be quite loud, and the voice clips, that is, and you work your way up through the organization, and it has you at the different, oh, you're a capo, oh, here you're a da-da-da. I don't know half of them, or even a quarter, but yeah, all the mafia designations as you work your way up through the ranks. And it features such voiceover clips as where's the fucking money? So you're just hanging out, right? I was trying to play this game, and it's funny because I felt like it was way louder than everything else around me. I have Tony Soprano trying to shake somebody down for some money. Hey, it's a fun one, man. You guys should check it out. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do a little transition over to the game, and we'll keep catching up over there. Happy Monday, guys. Good to see you.
You can't disrespect Pokemon like that, Pokemon.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
Yeah, that was like a big highlight from yesterday. Our starter finally evolved to its final form. Good stuff. That's interesting, Metroid. Yeah. Okay, right. So through an account QR code. Okay. That's funny. You know, have you guys, I'm curious if you guys have played any arcade games that would save your progress. Like the only one I can really think of is, I mean, you know, outside of getting a high score, right? You know, hey, that's the best way to save your progress. In addition to that, Initial D, I remember it would have these little paper, you know, really thin cards. And you would use that to like save your progress, and like, you know, you'd have a car and stuff, and you'd be going up through the game. Yeah. I remember, I think I had a card get like demagnetized or something. Dustin, what's up, man? Welcome.
You teach me and I'll teach you.
Stepmania X, okay, a phone app. All right, interesting. It's funny, man. Stepmania is we were talking recently about how it's cool that it's been going for so long, and that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that with the Stepmania, and then for, you know, for the card and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I don't remember any cards for the like DDR machine that we had at the mall that I would go to. Yeah. I was talking about this recently, but did any of you guys, for if you played DDR, do you remember the quarter system? Did they employ the quarter system at your local mall, where it's supposed to be your like placeholder? I don't know why we didn't just go and get like get a cool token, you know, don't get the actual tokens that spend, or the quarters that you're going to go exchange for a token that spends in the timeout or whatever I think it was. Well, yeah. But I remember people would come up and put a quarter and then be like, okay, well now I'm third in line, you know, and that's right, Dustin. He wanders in confused. Confused and angry. Metroid says the console wars are over. I know. Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Those first images of Sonic on a Nintendo console, it shocked the world. And if you weren't around at that time, if you weren't just plugged in, you may not understand the impact that hit with, to see Sonic. And I think I've even got some, you know, let's see. There's one of him like holding a GameCube and a GBA or something. Oh yeah, I thankfully I saved it with a good title. Sonic with GBA and GameCube. Francisco, welcome. Now at press time, I can't confirm if this was an official Nintendo image here. I believe that I remember it, but jury's out. Fade on out. Thank you, Sonic. It still kind of like is a little off-putting, honestly. Yes, it was, Ralph. You know what? That's a great... And it's like they told him to smile, too, you know? Like after they slapped him around a little bit, put a little blue makeup on him. You know, that's that look of like a forced smile. Really just gritting his teeth. I can understand. Yeah, my jaw's been really sore lately. Darth Kev, what's going on, man? Welcome. There we go. Like people Kev, are you talking about like people moving between the machines and stuff? To like, try to find one, try to find the good one, like they do in the game corner here. To the quarter. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, that's funny. Interesting. Yeah. Hey, maybe maybe someone taught the local, DDR crew, someone who'd been at the casino or has a dad or something that's like always, always taking them to Vegas, and they're like, oh, this is a good system, actually. We'll just put these quarters up here. It'd be nice to have like your own custom token or something. Sonic Adventure Sonic, yeah. I hear it wasn't great. I played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, I guess, and, a little bit of, just did like a teensy bit of both games, I guess. I'll say this, when Sonic Adventure came out, though, it was an incredible, I don't know, I think that it was, speaking of shocking the world, Sega would do it many times. I do think when the Dreamcast launched and the first stuff that I saw of, Sonic Adventure, and then actually getting my hands on the controller, I was like, Jesus, this is fast. It did feel like the future is here, The future had arrived. And again, Sega with kind of the bad timing on the, on the console release. It's like they're the hot new thing for a little bit, and then everybody knows that there's at least one other big company that's waiting in the wings to release theirs or finish their console. And, yeah. Dustin had already had enough. He said, I can't forgive them for the transgressions of the, maybe the Sega CD, the Saturn. What is this? Yeah, I could see that, Kev. Yeah. They're like, hey, this guy's winning and losing a lot of money for us. Let's give him a little privacy here, shall we? Mostly losing a lot. I was some YouTube short came across my feed the other day of like someone count carding. They were count carding in blackjack, and it was, they're also recording it from their own POV. So it's like, and then at a certain point, a pit boss comes over. I guess they edited like, oh, you can see that these guys are moving around a bit, or this pit boss is starting to take attention to it, and then he comes over and he's like, all right, after this, you got to go ahead and cash out. You can't play blackjack here, something along those lines. And so you can't be that obvious or something. And to me, my first thought was like, well, what was the obvious part here? That he was count carding, or that he was, counting? Yeah. That he was doing that, or that he was recording it, And I was, I don't know how. Well, totally, yeah. I know that that they're not supposed to, obviously, if they know that you're doing that, they'll ask you to leave. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's. At a certain point, I was like, which part was he totally obvious about? Because I didn't really get to see enough of the video to like. No, it doesn't show enough for me to, and I don't even know if I don't think I'd be, pick up on it right away that someone was counting cards in that situation, because it's not like he was like saying anything or using his hands or anything like that, you know. So it just kind of cut to like a couple of successful hands that he had, and then like, and yeah, but oh yeah, it made me wonder which one got him kicked out first, trying to record this, or you know, or actually counting the cards. Yeah, exactly, Ralph. It's funny too, because like there's always a lot of people who get kind of pissed about it, or there's like a kind of a you know, and in the comments section, I'm sure half of them are just kids too, but there's a lot of like, man, that's not right, you know, like you're kicked out, you're punished for knowing the game. And it's like, here's the thing, the whole institution sucks. Like, of course they're not going to let you play there if you're winning a bunch of money. Like yeah, at that point you have an advantage that they don't want you to have. What made you think in the first place that this was ever fair? You know, like, was there anything that, you know, made you think that I don't know, that it's just like everything is the pure game of total fair chance that when you walk into that building, you know, I don't know. It's just, I get it, but it's, I don't know. Play with your friends or something. This isn't to like defend casinos because they suck and shouldn't have, you know, I don't want to give them my business in the first place. If it's fine, people should do whatever they want to do, and I understand that it can be really fun, you know. I'm not knocking that entirely, but yeah, just, man. The house is gonna win, right? I think it's that idea that it could be like, or like, man, that ain't right, man. You know, like, oh, I just, you know. Of course it's not right, dude. Like, where do you think you are? You're walking around in a casino, you know? Like, you know, if you win, if you walk out with more money than you started, like, that's amazing. And that happens, but it obviously doesn't happen, you know, more often than not. Like, they're not fair. Who could believe it? You know, it's interesting too, because like, I guess with all that being said, it's funny because I'll hear people who are a little bit older than me who talk about going to Vegas and not particularly even like losing a lot of money, you know, and not even really playing that much, but a lot of stuff would get comped more often. Right now, I think it's like, I just don't think they do. Like, you know, it happens, and not to say it's like an all or nothing thing, but it sounds like they used to have even more money to just like kind of throw it at customers, you know, to. Of course, every comp gets them to stick around for longer, or, you know, have another drink to get inebriated so you lose more money or whatever it is, you know. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. And Kev, and that's at the end of the day, you know, that's why I don't know how in terms of like, I wouldn't want to say like, they could never exist, or gambling in general, because I get that it's fun, and yeah, people should be able to get in and get out without it destroying their lives. But man, it really stinks that there is just a certain percentage of folks who will, or a type, I don't know what, I mean, that will just, yeah, it's right, it's that. It's the thing that hooks them, yeah, and it's just as bad as drugs or anything else. When you're not using moderation, it's crazy destructive. And I'd say you get even less for your money. You get like a rush for like 2 seconds of like, hey, I'm gonna win, you know, or like I guess even comparing it to other, you know, not to say that other addictions have, you know, but hey, the point is that it's a deteriorating effect on your life. It's getting in the way of you doing whatever you need to do to live a good life. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's Ralph. I saw the first. I went to Vegas the first time, and at this point, this was maybe like 20, or this would have been like 2000, you know, 6 or 7, something like that. It's a little while ago. 20 years ago. What? And then I only went one time since then. That was to see a concert. Yeah. Yeah, Kev, that's the thing. Yeah, if it's... I think anybody that's... If you already know that you have addictive tendencies, you gotta stay away from gambling because, yeah, it seems like it's such a quick dopamine hit too. Like, I don't know, it's such... It feels fiendish in the way that you could describe, like, I don't know, someone doing some really crazy, you know, upper or something. They just have to keep coming back, you know, right away, and then you lose all your money. Your money's gone. Used to be able to eat at casinos for cheap, and speaking of cheap, now they're just as expensive as everywhere else. Yeah, it's oh, I forgot, I gotta follow up with a... Sorry, I didn't mean to leave that one message in for a while. Get me out of here. The slots were, it was a little bit miserable that first time that I went to Vegas. I mean, I saw a lot fewer people gambling the second time, but then again, I was there for a concert, and a lot of folks there were there for it as well, or at least a good portion of who you'd see. But yeah, that first time, I just remember seeing some folks who it was just like they were chain smoking while hanging out at the slots all day. I think that this is how they like, this is like their day's entertainment, you know. 350 million inherent on slots. It feels like it would. I would imagine that takes longer than a lot of other games at a casino. That's crazy. There's a really good Twilight Zone about a guy with a gambling addiction. Gotta go to the casino, huh? Yeah. I mean, you know, hey, you know, I don't want to say when we're all old and we're sitting around playing our retro games, you know, I don't want to say that that's a better life, but that's a better life, right? Like, the only gambling I want to do is with you know, a rare drop rate, some kind of rare drop, and you know, maybe playing Earthbound a second time and looking for the King Sword. Gambling at an arcade, yeah. Oh man, well that makes me think of like, okay, well that makes me yes, the coin pushers. Think of some other ones. There's ones where you're like rolling a coin down like you're aiming at something and it's sending it down a slot. Can anybody think of any other like near gambling or gambling, I mean essentially gambling games that you'd see at like a common arcade? Yeah, the coin pusher one. It always looks like it's so close, doesn't it? Claw machines, yeah. Of course. Yeah, that would make sense, Kev. I mean, because, yeah, some people too, man. It's like, especially if they've had a drink or a couple, you know. Some people can black out and just start spending money. Casino's a terrible place to do that because you're not just like racking up a bar tab that would be expensive for you and whoever else you're buying them for, but you're also just flat out losing money. You know, chances are. Sorry, Pokemon. All right, so I was going to get us to Mount Pyre if I can Now that I've killed everyone in our party. Well, just one person, I guess. One person. They're people to me. Get good at a few of them. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. There is often more of a skill-based thing. I don't know about the coin pushers. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. I remember one that was. You know, this is even kind of further away from gambling than a lot of the others, but it was like a bowling one that we had on our at our Mr. Gaddy's Pizza Hut. Or, well, sorry, it wasn't a Pizza Hut, but it was a Mr. Gaddy's Pizza restaurant. It had a big arcade in the back, and it had this bowling game that you would put a quarter or a coin down, and it would roll down the lane and hit some pins that were worth, you know, tickets or whatever. And I remember, like, getting pretty good at that one. It would also have, it was one of the loudest machines in the arcade. So you're playing other games and you would hear, "Hurry, hurry, step right up, piece of cake." And you'd hear that, like, over and over again. "Hurry, hurry, step right up, piece of cake." It's like it's press start mode, you know, it's... The coin, yeah, okay. You're gonna need a little divine intervention to help with the coin pusher, you know. Yeah. It always looks like it's so close, you know. It's just about to send them all just off the edge, isn't it? Yeah. Who is the name Hideki Sato looks familiar, but designer of all Sega's consoles. That's why it looks familiar. R.I.P. Is that today? Or last day or so? Yeah. Man, we were just talking about the Dreamcast, big old picture of the Dreamcast, I mean, among others. Sato is commonly called the father of Sega hardware. Sato-san, R.I.P. Let's see, all the Sega stuff is nowhere close on the soundboard now. It's been too long.
Look at these radical colors, huh?
Something like that. All right. Okay, so I need to go heal up, possibly, and then get us down to Mount Pyre. I wonder if I should just use a revive, honestly. I've been having trouble having the focus I need to get through this part. Weeping Bell's just our cutter, though. I don't think they're really doing anything else. Okay, so this is Route 122. I think it's just... I happened to catch a little screenshot of this area. And yeah, it's just, you're just gonna have the Mount Pyre in the center of this big bay, kind of. I'm really liking this game so far. I do wish I'd played it back in the day. Can't run away from Tentacool, huh? God damn it. I was watching a little bit of the, well, I didn't see much, but my wife had on the Olympic hockey match. I guess it was, US versus Sweden. Oh yeah, no worries, Kev. Yeah, thanks for asking. The move hasn't happened yet. What I had to do this last time is actually go and find an apartment. So we had a few listings we'd got an appointment for, and since it's easier for me to take off time, you know, than it is my wife, I was thinking, man, it'd really be nice if we didn't have to move in with the in-laws first and could just go straight to the new place. So, yeah, I went up there and looked around, found a few places, looked at 3 places. Number 2 was a winner. And yeah, we've signed a lease now, so the move is still a little ways out. For whatever reason, our apartment, I don't think it's a, I think the only requirement is in the state is 30 days for a, you know, for like notice that you're, you know, once you've already completed the lease and you're going month to month, which is how they do it out here. Like automatically, you don't have to go and sign a lease every year on the year like I've had to do in the past. So it just rolls over to be month to month, and then at that point you're supposed to put in a 30-day notice if you're gonna, you know, leave. And this apartment complex that we're in now, in the lease said 60 days, but I don't really think that's legal. So we decided, whatever. Honestly, we could use the time to, you know, having the date set up and everything just to get all the other dates and set up other stuff for moving, whatever, you know. So we're abiding by a 60-day. So yeah, I still have a little bit of time here. Still got a few weeks at this point now, but yeah, then I'll probably be taking about a week or so, maybe a little bit more to, you know, get moved into the new place. Yeah, I know, and this, I'm curious too, like with this place. Whoops. I didn't go to Mount Pyre, I just gotta continue on. Now we gotta find a psychic here. Here we go. Dustin, I watched a little bit of that. Yeah, it was funny because, yeah, exactly. The first stuff to come out of it was just like, oh, this Canadian guy is like, was going off on the, you know, the, it was, okay, yeah, it was the Swedes. Yeah, it was going off on them about, rather, it was, I think the first thing I saw was him telling someone to F off, or, you know, that was like the first headline I saw. And then more stuff would come out, and then they would show the video of like him releasing the curling, or what are they called? Curling, not irons. I don't know, the puck thing, and then like giving a little boop. Just a little, the little hand. I've seen the, like, you know, the finger of God. Yeah, Kev, it's a, well, I'm looking forward to when we'll have our own place. But yeah, probably gonna be just at least a few more years before that can happen. But yeah, in the meantime, you gotta do the apartment hunting and hope for the best. Yeah, I did keep a lot of video and stuff from the beginning. I took some wake up, Mr. Mud. I took a lot of pictures and videos when we first walked in, because a lot of stuff like the floors were dinged up and the paint was all a mess and whatnot. And at this point, you know, we gave them, like, they have our security deposit, and we were gonna ask them about, like, since we're supposed to have, the place is supposed to be clean, and that includes like windows and blinds and stuff. I was thinking we would ask our landlord if they have anyone they go through, because I know that they have a team that comes through and cleans the apartments. And I've seen them do it for an apartment, like before the folks, just before they were about to vacate the premises and stuff, they had that same group come in and clean. So I don't know, I'm gonna see if they can send me whoever their official team is, and I'll pay to do the heaviest cleaning, because yeah. I'll do what I can. The last time we did a big move, I didn't hire any help for cleaning, and like it took way longer than I expected. And then of course we still got dinged for, you know, however much. Ambush. Oh, nice, Kev. Yeah. I think I'm hoping that in a few years we should be able to get something. Some of it is that, you know, my income is pretty sporadic and everything, and then as well with us just both being freelance, it can take a little time to like, you know, for a place. Not that we're ready for it now, or you know, but you know, before a place will look at getting you a mortgage or something. You know, if you've been freelance or been, you know, self-employed, they want to see like some consecutive, you know, several consecutive years of that income earned up. What can we do here? Cast form. Yeah, I was seeing your thing about the fees, Kev. Yeah, I'm already expecting that deposit to be gone pretty much, or at least a chunk of it. Yeah, Dustin, yeah. Who am I dealing with out there? Let's see. Gojira, help us out. Alright, let's, what can we do here? Rock slide ya? That hits both of them, I guess, huh? And then from here we can just... I don't think strength is going to hit either of them, actually. You should probably get out of here, lazy boy. Strength might hit, wheezing. Coughing. Thank you guys for hanging. Happy Monday. Been really enjoying this game so far. I really do want to get back to, I really do want to get back to Wind Waker at some point, but I figured while my schedule is a little bit mixed up that let's focus on the game we're closest to beating. So that brings us here. I think there will be a good pause on Wind Waker for a few weeks. Good news is it will always be there. Yeah, Powpuck. Yeah. You know, yeah, just... This is essentially a flop house. Everybody that comes through signs their name on the up on the wall. No, it just the blinds. We already had them replaced once, and then they broke again in one part of one of the windows. The blinds behind me have been broken for a little while. And you know, there's a little bit of. Now, I'm a little bit stubborn on this stuff sometimes, but I'm not gonna lie that, to an extent, I don't know how much I really want to break my back cleaning this place when I've been trying to get them to fix the termite problem for, you know, a couple of years now, and, they came to treat it once, didn't know what they were doing, and then, several months back now, they sent like someone from Orkin or something around and like, oh, we're getting a couple estimates from a couple places, we're gonna get it taken care of, and then no, like nothing. So, you know, when I look over at a windowsill with a bunch of termite frass, termite poop, if you will, I don't feel that compelled to really just, you know, put that much elbow grease into everything and ensuring that this place gets entirely clean. Yeah, yeah, Kev, it's interesting. I've had, you know, I don't know that I've ever gotten a full deposit back, which I don't know that I expect it necessarily. But there was one that I was like, they were trying to say we owed something afterwards, and I was like, no, absolutely not. And I showed them some pictures of some stuff, and then they dropped it quickly. But it was also like after like 2 years or something, I believe it is, the repaint, just basic repainting and the simple wall repair is supposed to be like basically covered. You know, you were there, it was lived in, it's expected that the folks that own it are going to have to do repainting after 2 years of people 2+ years of people having lived in a place. I think it was something like that, and I mentioned it, and like ended up dropping it. I don't know why I did that, but sure. Somebody needs an antidote. Yeah, right, Ralph. Where does that money go to? You know, like. Yeah. I know. Yeah, Kev. Totally. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had it back. On the last big move, the one that we tried to do all the cleaning ourselves. Also, we were late to leave the place, like well, not like a matter of days or, you know, late on the lease. It was like we had a long drive ahead of us in a moving truck, and it just took way longer than I expected. And then we ended up not arriving to our destination until it was already nighttime, which of course just made everything a little more difficult. Moving sucks. Sorry. I'm sorry if I'm talking about it too much, but thanks for thanks for commiserating with me. All right, I'm looking for antidotes. Maybe we don't have any. Might have the berry, appropriate berry for it. Don't check the tag. I don't care about that. Pre-existing damage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Dustin. I'm pretty sure I have pictures of stuff. The only thing is, it might have been on the old phone. I think I uploaded some stuff though. I'm pretty sure I put something on a cloud account. I've got Pecha and Citrus. Let's go, Citrus. Is that what I was saying? Citrus? Yeah, with an S. Alright. 2 S's, I suppose. You know, I guess I'll get to Mount Pyre. Let me look at the map. I'm kind of confused where this is right now. Although there was one spur kind of that runs along the south. I think that's what this is. It runs east to west along the... Yeah. There we go. Huh. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, well then... I never made the full connection up to this top part, because I've been here before. Maybe you're hemmed in with the, we come to a shore, I think, and then Mauville is to our west, is what it was showing. I guess I didn't make it all the way to this part before. Let you skip a good portion of it. Lepers. Bum, 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 bum. Well, anyway, I'm excited about the next place. It's going to take a little while to get everything set up, but, you know, I'll make it work. It's going to be, it will be nice to be closer to family, too. I have missed that, you know. We had that arrangement previously where, and it's funny because we saw folks, but I think since then we've kind of realized like, oh yeah, we've just gotten a little, I mean, things have settled down a bit in terms of we've been doing the same thing for a little bit, and some positive routines have, you know, been made since then to the point where it's like, I'm ready to take a better advantage of being closer to family, you know? But the first time one of them pisses me off, I'm out. No, it's a
Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
that will be nice. I've missed that, and it's funny because the last couple trips that we made to visit the in-laws and stuff, and you know, seeing my my nieces and nephews, and yeah, it was just like, man, these kids are growing up. It'd be them and just everybody else too. Going to hang with my wife's grandparents is always a fun time, and I think I've kind of missed that because I haven't lived close to the fam. I really, other than that short time when we lived here before, I hadn't lived close to the family since, you know, the Alabama days. And that family is still quite far away, but I'm trying to call them and keep in touch. Sorry, Pine Sol, got paralyzed. I think maybe it's around here that, hold on, is this like a point of no return right here? I jump over that. Where that guy was standing to our left looked kind of familiar. I think I've been in that section. Looky here, it's a far-fetched. We already caught one, though. Oh, well, I guess we're already a little hemmed in. I think I just made it hard to get back to that section we were in. Exactly, Palpuck. Not only will I be close to the family, but, you know, the unlimited, what is it? Pizza, pasta, breadsticks? Something along those lines. That's what I'm in it for. When you're here, you're family. What is the ratio of like Italian American patrons of Olive Garden to everybody else? I feel like it, I'm sure that there are those families like that are like all about some Olive Garden, but I would just imagine there's got to be way more who are like, no, that's not real Italian. Yeah, exactly, Dustin. That's what I... The real Italians don't go there. Yeah. I would... No, I just imagine in the, like, I don't know, some couple, it's just old as dirt, and they're like, no, you know, like it's it's not that bad, actually. 1-800 said, bro, I just came back from Olive Garden. Well, you gotta tell us what you had at Olive Garden. Did you see any Italian Americans while you were at the Olive Garden, 1-800? Oh, Mudshot's not gonna work. What are you doing? Let's all do moves that don't work. How are you, 1-800? Welcome. I saw not one attack. Well, what I also imagine, you know, like maybe this couple that they don't know why they go there. I should say they go there because it's their regular place, but they complain every single time, and it's like they're like trying to bring the chef out and stuff, and Chicken Alfredo. I remember thinking that was good. It's been a long time since I went to Olive Garden. It's been a long time since I rejoined the family. Drag up the microwave. Let me speak to the chef, please. It's got the hat on and everything. Chef's hat. Oh man, going for the super skinny noodles, 1-800. The angel hair, huh? Ding, ding. Rock slide should be good. Do they have a pollo Alfredo? If you're in Mexico and you order the chicken Alfredo, do you have to say pollo Alfredo? Hey, hold it. I was still playing the intro. Even in defeat, bird Pokemon are cool. I like some of these motley crews you run into. Some of these dynamic duos. That one, we've got a rocker and a bird freak. Edwin here. How's it going lately? I lost a battle yesterday and it's filled my thoughts. I have to devise a plan. See you. I think I can't run back to the place we were. I think I'm gonna have to fly, which is not good because I haven't taught any Pokemon to fly. I took a peek at a walkthrough outline to see like what's generally what's coming up next, because I thought we'd be able to go to the Safari Zone. And apparently there is something you can do in... Well, they told me to go to like the Lilycove contest hall when we tried to get into the... tried to break into the Safari Zone. But, you know, there was a moment where I didn't know what was going to be coming up next, and I wanted to make a thumbnail for YouTube. And I took a look at the outline, and I was seeing Safari Zone was like a few stops later. But it also just had a bunch of stuff that was listed... Oops, what did I hit? I didn't mean to do anything. It had a bunch of stuff that was listed as optional, including so many routes you can do, like, once you get Surf. I guess the game really opens up to a crazy extent. And this was one of those, like, optional routes you could work on. I'm trying to do everything except go to Mount Pyre at this at this point. That's what it looks like. All right, Gojira. Hope you can get a move in. I guess it helps that Kadabra is asleep. Forgot about that small aspect. Lunatone. I don't know what type. I think it's rock. Is Pinesaw going to be able to do anything? Look at this, Lunatone.
Hello,
I do, Palpuck.
this is the end.
Ow. This thing's powerful. Oh, yeah, that's a good question, Alan. So, in this, because we're doing the Pokemon Emerald 386, I should give my shout out. There's a really sweet system in this one for, there's a guy in, where is it? It's where the Devon Corporation is, and he's in one of those like upstairs where like the scientists are gathered. One of those scientists has been working on a machine that they could use your help with, and it's a machine to let you do a trade to yourself and therefore get that evolution. So yeah, it was a pretty sweet little solution that Zombie Anton rigged up for that, where yeah, you essentially get to watch it. You give yourself a trade, and it shows it going in and out, and then bam, comes back to you, and then instant evolution to that, to that final stage. I can't, but it's just it was just a patch that for it. So you may your chances of being able to find it were probably pretty. I'd say probably pretty high, because you were able to just get the patch file, and then of course you have to have the original one as well. But yeah, we can't post those. They'll nuke us. Oh, whoops, sorry. Zombie, thank you for your service. Thank you for your ROM hack. I didn't realize I still had your logo up. Sorry about that. There's some pretty crazy ones, 1-800. But yeah, just Pokemon Emerald 386 is the title. I think when I found it, it was on one of the really big, it's in a couple places, I believe, but it's on one of the really big, sites for patches, ROM hacks, stuff like that. But yeah, they don't ever host them, right there with the other ROM that you might need. Let's see. Our team is a little banged up. I gotta play this right. Thankfully, this Mr. Mud is quite high level.
I'll never look into your eyes again.
I had a little bit more, Palpuck. Let me, you know what? I don't know that I ever had Light My Fire. But it's got me wondering now. Because I don't have every, some of the sounds that are the oldest, I haven't had them like move to this soundboard yet, or they haven't made their way to it. So I'm curious. It's funny. I typed in doors and it included Weird Al singing, "They locked the doors and tried to kill us." Except he's singing better than that.
Hello!
There's another, I want to get this program that I was talking to you guys about. I've mentioned it a time or two, but I'm intrigued with the way that soundboard works. It includes like a search function, and then you can also like line several of them up so that you can just bam, 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 have ones that you want to get into. And it's supposed to be really easy to search, and I guess, it like has all the sounds already loaded in so that you're essentially just like, shooting them off with MIDI. By way of whatever you're using, your keyboard or Stream Deck.
Hello.
Or just typing it in, doing it that way. Oh yeah, we're in. Let's see. Pine Sol, I might get you out of here. Although, Pine Sol is probably gonna die. There you go. Doing Beautifly and Dust Talks. Moonlight, look at this move. It's cute. Dust Talks is. I like the little smile it's got too. Can't hit it with the mud shot. Surf again, I guess. I remember that one. That's a Gen 4, isn't it, Metroid? That's one of those Gen 4 starters, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing it in Pokemon Brilliant. No, we got Shining Pearl. It's the one that we bought. Oh, it's in Gen 3, huh? Interesting, yeah. Yeah, both cute and freaky, the Dustox. Oh, you know, I think so, 1-800. Yeah, there was some really, there was an interesting Dex article for it. An article. Gotta be up in the Gen 3s. Beyond 250, I guess. Let's see, what is it? Oh yeah, Silcoon and then Cascoon, huh? To avoid detection by its enemies, it hides motionless beneath large leaves and in the gaps of branches. It also attaches dead leaves to its body for camouflage. And you have the Silcoon. It prepares for evolution using the energy it stored while it was a Wurmple. It keeps watch over the surroundings with its two eyes. It's cute. It's cute that it's got eyes. Of course it's gotta have eyes, you know. Let's see. Metroid, sorry, which were you talking about? Shedinja? Is that how you say that one? She-Ninja. Yeah, there exactly. I was thinking about that too. Yeah, when you play the different games, you've got different entries. Yeah, let me see. Oh, this isn't what I thought it was. In my head, I was seeing that like little frog that's like a, I don't know, it's like fighting frog or something. I don't know what gen that's from. That's funny. Yeah, here's a Shedinja. That's cute. It's almost got, it's got a little halo. I'm gonna be playing this game for the next 10 years, aren't I? And there's don't at all want to sound like I'm complaining, because I'm enjoying it. If you had to take your time through a game as well, I mean, you can do a lot worse than some Pokemon comfort food. bum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Oh yeah. The endoparasites of other insects such as bees, wasps, leafhoppers, silverfish, and cockroaches. Strepsiptera. Show him a picture. Pokemon in real life. So I think I mentioned this to you guys, but several years ago, I remember I was hanging out with my niece and nephew, and I don't know where he had found this, but my nephew was looking at this thing that was like, oh, it's supposed to be the animals that Pokemon were inspired by. And it was I was glad to see it was the original 150, Now, of course, I'd love for him to grow from there, but it's essential to start learning the fundamentals and then branch out. But he was looking at this like photo album of supposedly the Pokemon inspirations, the animals that inspired the Pokemon that we all know and love. And several of them were very clearly, I could tell, were shops. They were photoshopped. Sometimes to take a real animal and kind of give it that in between, give it the pink job basically to have it looking more like its Pokemon counterpart. But I remember saying yeah, they were poke-shopped. I remember thinking because I think I said, oh yeah, these are cool, but he's like, those are the real animals that the Pokemon are based off of. And I had that half a second thought of, am I spoiling Christmas essentially for this kid if I tell him, hey buddy, I don't know what to tell you, but these aren't real photos here. Because some of them, it wasn't just the like a little paint job, a palette swap, if you will, but some of them it was it was very clearly a poke shop, and not an actual animal or even that close to one. I remember telling him oh well, these aren't real animals that you're looking at here, and then just kind of being him sort of, no, it's the animals that Pokemon is based off of. Right, I was just kind of having that thought of I don't know where to go from here. I'm not I'm not used to having to destroy a child's dreams on a regular basis. That's still kind of a new thing, right? I feel like his mom would just be like, they're not real. They took some real photos and then they stretched them. They blah blah. It's fake, She wouldn't have let it stand for very long, but I felt like I needed to tread carefully for whatever reason. But yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, red-cheeked yellow mice with a little bit of static-looking, effect on it. A little. Turns out it's not real. It gave us a Quaalude berry. Awesome. Doing throwback. Yeah, well, it should be. I ended up telling him it wasn't real, but yeah. And then kind of saying again, yeah, because he tried to argue that it was. I was like, no, they're not real they're not real pictures, buddy. What are you trying to get me to say, lady? I'm just skipping dialogue now. I'm not combining two phrases. All right, a good saying. Here we go. Disappointed trainers playing Pokemon now. All right, let's go. Disappointed conditions. Damn, conditions was just a type. A category. Give me a lifestyle. Disappointed dream. We're going disappointed dream. I like disappointed greetings as well. Oh, a good saying it is. You're quite remarkable. I want you to have this. Gave me a palm tree berry. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Oh. Say the good times are filled with good aromas. Do they say the bad times are filled with bad aromas too? Roselia wants to fight. Mr. Mud is badass. Very high level. So, I could have already explored this area. And in fact, I'm going to need to come back and explore it some more because we sort of took a route that kind of took us down a couple of jumps. Some sick jumps. Unfortunately, we can't jump back up, I don't think. You need some... Don't you learn like a fire move or something, Gojira? That'd be cool. Go ahead and get on that, you know? This was not a good choice, actually. Ooh. Oh, nice. Cherry berry cured us. Make that defense fall and try to bite it. Gojira, you gotta get some experience, buddy. Well, at least it flinched. I could have done a sandstorm at the beginning, I guess, but I didn't know if I'd be keeping Gojira in here. Rose hips, the fruit bore by rose blossoms. Yeah, you know, they told me that every rose has its thorns, but they didn't say anything about it having fruit. Honestly, I might just try Rock Slide, even though it's... Oh. I thought it would be not very effective, but... Okay. The bitter scent of misery. Ooh. Yikes. Get a whiff of that, lady. Let that deal go down. It looks like we got some witches' hats or something else out here. Strawberries are closely related to roses. That's funny. It's insane the level of which, you know, we've selectively, you know, bred generation after generation after generation of these fruits and veggies and stuff, and I think it's hard for us to comprehend that strawberries could be closely related to roses. I mean, that was news to me just now, but not that surprising, I guess. Alright, apparently I didn't explore hardly anything. Maybe I didn't even make it to this side of the ocean. Because there's like a little bit of ocean, right? If you zoom in, I think, right? Maybe not. Where we're just about to make it to the spur where you can head back up northward, I guess. So let's... I might need to... I might need to do what I can to get a, Oh, man. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. What can we do here? I'm looking for the appropriate sound. Can't find anything though. Pretty sure we have one about faith around here.
Father, Son, Holy, what have you?
That's funny that strawberries belong to that. Yeah. That's funny. Already fought those folks. Okay, yes, I've made it to the point where I guess I fought everybody. You know, not going to run into anybody new, I don't think, unless I skipped them sometime earlier. Alright, well, we haven't made it to Mount Pyre. If I head a little bit further west, we're back in Mauville City, I suppose. And then from there, I could get a Pokemon rigged up to do some flying. It was, yep. We had somebody spreading the good word. You'll know, if they watched any of this stream, though, they would have known that how faithful we were. They didn't watch any of the Earthbound stuff. Really don't want to give any spoilers here. But, have to think that chatter hadn't been around here for very long, because they would know that we certainly believe in the power of prayer.
Okay, Scott.
Just a short little gulf there that you got to span, and then we're almost back to Mauville. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go save. And then we might pull out a Pokemon to fly. I think that'd be a good idea. If I were trying to not ever hit Mount Pyre, I'd be doing a great job of it right now. This is what it would look like. It's an interesting little sprite, the front one. Dude. It's like, what do they have going on? Is that like sort of a, she's got a little ribbon or something on the front? Yeah, there's a couple of points, Metroid, where like, I think especially once you get Surf, it really opens up for you. Like I said, I found myself kind of peeking at a little outline of stuff around this part of the game, and it was funny how many were listed in parentheses as optional. You know, hey, maybe you're going to come back to it later or something, but you can go ahead and go clear out all the trainers. And... Alright, I'm going to save, and then... Maybe we already did that. And then I think I got to get a little break in. And when we come back, I think we'll get us a Pokemon who can fly. Or we can teach fly to. Let me ask you guys this. Alright, one thing I'm struggling with in this game, and I'm just curious... Obviously, you need HMs to get around portions of the game, and if I were a little more on task, that wouldn't always, like, go and have an HM Pokemon that pretty much only comes out of the box whenever we need it or something. I'm not opposed to doing that, but I haven't really been focused enough to make that happen, and it just adds so much more time to not have these HMs. I don't know what I'm looking for here, but if maybe someone to tell me it's okay to teach a good Pokemon an HM to help you. I don't know. These Pokemon aren't going to be competing with anything other than the Elite Four. That's probably the thing I care about the most, but, you know. Yeah, it's okay to teach them a good Pokemon an HM, as long as that HM is Surf. Anything else can go to hell.
Shut the fuck up!
Charizard cut. Charizard used cut. Grom. That's funny, Palpa. Yeah, now I can hear it in the Schwarzenegger accent. Yeah, it's just made it difficult to get around. I think so. I have Pelipper. Maybe Pelipper needs to learn cut. I'm just a little afraid to do that because they're a really badass. I meant fly, rather. Not cut. But to be able to just fly on a whim, man, wouldn't that be nice? I think I could stand to get rid of Protect, possibly. It's really cool when you need it, but it's more like a... Its uses are limited in that, you know, you're either using it when you're hanging on for dear life, or you're using it because the Pokemon has some gag to them where the next turn they're going to be useless or something, you know, so... Yeah, that's what I thought, Metroid, yeah. I might teach it here to Pelipper, because I really like this Mon. Hey, that's interesting. It still shows the move type as question mark for Curse. Yeah, I bet Battle Tower, you probably need your own, you know. That's interesting, Metroid. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's funny. About the question marks. Strength, Palpuck mentioned. I think you can do worse with the HMs, but yeah. We looked, it was a Rock Smash that we looked up earlier in this playthrough, wasn't it? And it's like, it's really a terrible move. It was like 20 power or something. Oh, right, Metroid. Yeah, for like a Gengar, it would like cut its HP in half. There's some other Pokemon that can use Curse though, and it's something different, right? It's like it's actually beneficial in that one. Like if I think maybe you had a psychic Pokemon doing it or something. I want to say I've seen an Alakazam in that conversation for something like that, for being a better candidate for Curse. That's true, Palpuck. Yeah, it has its uses there since you're spin a turn up in the heavens. Well, I'll teach Fly to Pelipper. Oh, you know what? Actually, there's even that Aerial Ace move that we just... Shoot, it might be time for them to learn that if they don't have it. I don't know, maybe they learn it by leveling up, but... We have Wing Attack now, but we just got a TM, I believe, from Winona, I think, maybe? Or the last gym trainer we fought. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to leave it on this screen, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get that break in. Thank you guys for hanging, and happy Monday. Let's get a nice long break. When we get back, we'll assemble a team, and we'll head on out to Mount Pyre, see what we can do. Yeah, you know, it's funny, Metroid, like when I'm looking for help in these games, sometimes, you know, you can find help that's more oriented typically towards like Battle Tower or competitive Pokemon. And sometimes it's kind of hard to find just like normal playthrough. Although if you type that in when you're searching, people have asked about. They've asked about every Pokemon and every move. Should I learn this or that? So you know you're likely to find something. But that is one of the things. It can be. You have to wade through a little bit of it to parse out. Because so many people only talk about the competitive side, you know. And if that's not what you're doing, you gotta find some information that suits you. That's cool, man. Yeah, I've heard it's so exhausting. And you got to stay on top of the meta at all times. You know, it's really funny, too, thinking of how, you know, like the strategy changes over time, even if the game doesn't, as people, you know, try different things, you know, begin to use other, like, variations of the strats or... And I think about some of those teams in Nintendo Power where they would feature every month, you know, either someone who wrote in or it'd be like a Pokemon battle contest winner or something. But they would show us what their team was and give us a little breakdown and let the author of that team kind of tell us a little blurb about every Pokemon and their role on the team. And it's funny because I'm sure some of those are like... not that great, you know. Well, some of them they selected great Pokemon, but some of the strategies that they used were like, oh, maybe good for like a little bit, you know, in '98 or something. And over even though the game didn't change over the years, people learned much better ways to play it or to assemble a team or something. Anyway, all right, let's get a little break in. I'll see you guys back here in a bit. BRB. Thanks for hanging.
Pokemon cards. Almost a place, still you don't feel the heat.
Cannabis sativa, sweet Mary Jane.
More than just ashes when your dreams come true.
Welcome. How's it going, guys? Happy Monday. Good to see you. That does sound yeah. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't use that word in my chat, pal puck. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Is can you so okay, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, what any Kentuckians eat KFC? Or I just like to think that if they're going to consume fried chicken, they've got a go-to recipe, right? I mean, that's a little shameful if you're walking into a KFC and you're actually from the state of Kentucky. You know, yeah, it's Then again, maybe it's kind of like a religion there. Who knows? And yeah, they just, of course, there's the old joke that they just call it fried chicken there. You know, it's. Kentucky is a really interesting place. Honestly, it's like it's interesting. Its positioning, you know, having that quite a bit of southeast, and then you're also getting a little bit of that Midwest in there too. Crazy enough, it's. It's an interesting place. The Cornhuskers, yeah. Oh yeah. The Alabama Maniacs, Alabamians, Tennesseans, Georgians, Floridians. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, what can we do here? Oh yeah, we want to teach someone fly. In fact, I think I'm going to teach Pelipper. The bug eaters. I haven't heard bug eaters before. Yeah. People from Kentucky go to Popeyes. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, this actually reminds me of a conversation my wife had with like no, she was overhearing it. It was just like some kids talking about like where they would, you know, where folks hang in different parts of the country, and you know, everybody's different, right? You know, out there in California, according to this kid, they hang out at Taco Bell, right? And I don't remember what the, like, you know, the one that they were worried about was, but the one that they lost my train of thought. That's okay. Let's teach a Pelipper to fly. HM2. The Swamp Yanks. Alan, I don't know. I don't think so. I could see, you know, I don't know, who knows? I feel like at this point, they're probably positioned in a better way to do so. But I don't know, I kind of see them as being more like, I don't know. I don't think it would be like imposing Chinese culture on everything. Like some people sort of have that as this kind of like, you know, oh, like in the distant or not too distant future, whatever, if it went that way, you know, like, and it's just like everything is in Chinese and everyone speaks that. Like, I think it would be more in the same way that, you know, the US has been a superpower with just having spheres of influence that just go all around the world and essentially being able to like use your military where you want to. Like, I could see them kind of getting to that point, sort of, but I don't know, man. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna be, you know, I don't think I'm in a position to worry too much about these greater. It's a fun thought experiment, a fun one, right? Where's the dude? Yeah.
Fun, fun, fun.
Well, I guess time will tell, huh? Okay, Pelipper's in the PC. We gotta grab Pelipper out of there. Yeah, I like this. I like learning about these state nicknames. Let me hear some state birds too. Anybody know their state bird? That's just a state of mind, pal Puck. All right, here we go. Pelipper. Come here, I got something you need to learn. Weeping Bell's been cutting. I could teach our Trico evolution. I forget its name. I could teach it cut if I had to. I think I'm gonna teach Pelipper fly. The goober grabbers. That just makes me think of goober grape, which is I think most of my interfacing with the word goober in a sort of peanut context. Or I don't know. I need to learn more about goobers, apparently. It is peanuts. Okay, yeah, right. Bum, bum, bum. I only know it from Goober Grape. You guys remember Goober Grape? It was, I don't know if it's still made, but it was like blended, like, it was already peanut butter and jelly, already swirled together for you. Matt, isn't it the Mass Hole, right, for Massachusetts? That's the official one. All right, we're gonna go. I remember seeing some poll about like they were asking folks from all around the U.S. like what their least favorite U.S. regional dialects were, or having you like rank them or something. And Massachusetts was like New England, Massachusetts, etc. It was, yeah. it was ranked at the bot, like universally, everyone except for theirs, everyone's most hated. Which, you know, I love that accent. I love that dialect. Come on, it's funny as hell. Derogatory as an exonym. However, it can be affectionate when applied as an endonym. Of course, that's how we're using it around here. Dancer. Goes back to a Christmas stream, Dancer does. Alright, you're gonna forget Protect. Finally. That's a whole bunch of them there. Lots of names for Massachusetts and Massachusettsian. Yay! Alright, now we can fly. See, we haven't done all this. I don't know if it's open to us right now, but I really want to get us over to... This is where Mount Pyre is, just about here, I believe. We'll fly on over to Lilycove and work our way west. Roats, what's up, man? Welcome. How you doing, man? Boom, 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 boom. What can we do? I am gonna go west. Go west, young Pokemon man. What about our party, though? I was thinking that I want to get a ghost. It'd be cool to have a ghost and or psychic type at some point. And I had mentioned we caught a Shuppet the other day, and I actually, just before the stream, I was looking at something, and I think there's a couple better options than our old pal Shuppet. That's Kentucky. Right, Palpup? Yeah, yeah, Alan, I think I was just outside of, well, if you're trying to tell me how to go to Mount Pyre, yeah, I think I was just outside of it earlier, but I ended up going a little further south, and I think that there's an entrance kind of in the center. It's all in this big bay, and I think I just kind of headed straight to the land at the south of it, just totally bypassing the mountain. Went right around it. Road's cleaning up the follower list. Oh, Tar Heels are North Carolina. Yeah, sorry, I'm stupid. Of course they are. I was seeing a blue uniform. Unfortunately, I was seeing the wrong blue uniform, and I said Kentucky. Oh yeah, you should just, you can just mute the go lives if you want to, Roads. If you decided you didn't want to, you know. Whoops. Go west. Oh yeah, from, yeah, it's like right here, pretty much. Oh, we got rid of the one that cuts. Okay. I may teach Pine Sol how to cut. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Alan. I happened to see on a screenshot just before the stream, yeah, the big ass mountain, and then like, yeah, there's an entry. There's the cave entrance right in the kind of front and center. I ended up just sort of hugging that left side of the screen and going all the way down, and wasn't even, I just forgot what I was doing and And it's kind of funny because when you get to that part to the south of Mount Pyre, there's a few hedges you can jump over, and you know you can't go back from that point. You'd have to fly, you know, take another pass. Well, good news is I can just walk through the grass here, but we might need cut inside of Mount Pyre. Let's see. Here it is. I went right around it. I just hugged the left side. Well, I will say, Rotes, it can make it difficult to find, if you do have too many follows, it can make it difficult when you're trying to find someone's stream, you know, and they're live. It's just, you know, you're seeing a list, it could be hard to pick a name out of that if... Got a whole bunch of names showing up. It's true, Pal Puck. It's... you know, touche. It's something to consider. Instead of kicking myself for teaching this starter Pokemon a... well cut. Not just any HM. Alright, here we go. We're inside, baby. Gonna be a bunch of ghosts in here? Alright, we are in.
Frickin' what up, dude?
So are we gonna get into battles with these folks who appear to be mourning? All right. I can't really hear the music. I need to crank that up for myself. Dancer, you're very high level compared to these chumps. Thank you guys for hanging. I tried to make the same correction, Rose, but yeah, that's the name of our Pokemon. We got a little bit of a we got a little pun going. That one was Pal Puck came up with that one. Cause they give no. I was like, oh yeah, that's a great game, but isn't it? Or that's a great name for him, but shouldn't it be SOL? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Of course, it shouldn't. This is the final resting place of my Zigzagoon. I cherished it. R.I.P. Blues Rattata. I wonder if, oh yeah, that's the, right, that's the, from the first gen, the theory about, why would he be heading out of the tower at that point? You know, what was he even in the tower for in the first place? Why does he ambush you when you're on your way up? Yeah, he's in mourning. His Rattata has passed away. Eradicate? Did it ever get to eradicate? Poor thing. I think I'd forgotten that this was a Gen 3, you know, or didn't know that it was a Gen 3 Pokemon. Astonish! Dude, okay, let's put you to sleep or something. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, maybe start throwing balls, honestly. Making some progress in Pokemon Crystal. I think I'm trying to remember the town that I made it to, but it's when you... So, like, yeah, I'm still in Johto or whatever, but I've done the full like U-shaped spur, and then you come back up to the top, and you can go. At that point, I was thinking it would let me go east towards Lake of Rage, but I think you have to go west. That's like the point at which I've kind of left off. I'm really enjoying that playthrough, and I'm going to try to get all 251. That one was also by Zombie Anton. Yeah, it lets you get all 251 pokes in right there in... that's not going to work. Let's drink more. All in the game. I'm going to try to get them all for that. I'm going to try to fill the decks. We got to put just a little more damage in on this thing. I could really use a one Pokemon just for catching, or especially for catching. I need to get a little false swipe like we were talking yesterday. Don't kill it. Whoa, I like the effect for spite. Oh, it takes PP away, huh? You bastard.
Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game.
Come on. There you go, finally. A mischief frightens people with a creepy, sobbing cry. It apparently uses its red spheres to absorb the fear of foes as its nutrition. Wow, yikes. This Pokemon's been eating well lately, I do believe. Feeding on the fears of its foes. Wow. It's actually Blinky. Wasn't that the name of one of the Pac-Man? What do we got? Pinky? Blinky? That's all that's coming to mind. Clyde and Sue? I think I'm getting them mixed up. Blinky, Inky and Clyde is the original crew. Pac-Man 2, did it change? Collectively known as the Ghost Gang. What's the backstory behind Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde? It is more of an Inky, isn't it? Collectively known as the Ghost Gang. All sorts of beings wander the slopes of Mount Pyre. There is no telling what may happen. Take this, it's for your own good. Cleanse tag. I don't get what these tags do. Hold item that repels, helps repel wild poke. Oh, okay. Functions similar to a repel, but I would give it to a Pokemon, so give it to like your, would it have to be the one that's in the top slot? Honestly, maybe I should think about using that sometimes because we're a little over level. Fly away, dancer. Stairs there, and a room here? Oh, okay. More to explore inside, though. Let's see. What all's out on this ledge? Let me just check, I guess, while I'm here. What have we got? Oh, okay. We're like really going up. So let me just go see what's in that. If I go inside and up the stairs. Mount Pyre.
Yeah!
Bunch of trainers ready to fight. We got a double fight coming up. Maybe I should have ditched magnets. I don't know, we'll see. Never used a magneton, but I could see it being pretty badass. Look at Pokemaniac Mark here. Man, it looks like he's in like a Digimon outfit or something, or the bottom half of a Digimon costume. Sue was Clyde's replacement. Okay. Later became her own character with a purple color scheme. There's a story behind every Pac-Man ghost. I want to get to the bottom. Dancer, you should just be given surf. I keep forgetting to do that. Sorry, Mark.
He blew his mind out in a car.
You're an unfamiliar spirit. I keep skipping over some of the dialogue. Look again, the Hex Maniac here. Great sprite. Looking down at the crystal ball that is a Pokemon, like a quick ball or whatever it is, fastball. Spoink. Spoink. It's what's for dinner. Okay, we're gonna... Magic coat, you say? I'm about to have a cat join us. Hello. Hi. Are you trying to make your debut? Well, it's not your debut, but your next guest appearance. Ooh, kinky. I'm afraid if I type in kinky Pac-Man, I don't know what I'm gonna find. But that is intriguing.
If you Google me, and I know you will, make sure Safe Search is on.
One more battle. Yeah, I'm terrified. Black Belt Xander would like to battle. Okay, Xander, let's go. I think Xander can probably tell us a great place to go climbing, you know. He's into martial arts and, you know, free climbing. This cord keeps hitting something down below me. I don't hope it hasn't been picking up on the stream, but yeah. It's not an ideal situation. Get out of here. No, I lost my wits. I keep those about you, buddy. What are you doing? I get freaked out every time I see anything move. I shouldn't have come here to train. Oh, yeah, well, yep, you did come to a graveyard, it seems. A mountain, a Pokemon, a mountain graveyard for Pokemon. Everybody wants to fight. We're here on a dare. If I show her how cool I am, she'll fall for me. I know it. I know. I'll cream you and show her how cool I am.
Hello.
There we go. Young couple Dez and Luke would like to battle. A Delcatty and a Manectric. Look at Delcatty with its little neck pillow. All right. Well. You're a liability, dancer. Yeah, there's a couple times in this script so far, Pal Puck, that you know, it's not easy to always read it all out loud, you know, and sometimes you don't realize it until you're mid-sentence. Maybe just try to finish old Delcatty here and whatever comes next, or honestly, could probably get a surf in. Hit them both. Oh, and a rock slide. It's over with.
Keep bowling, 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 bowling.
These folks are up to something. Mudshot ought to do it. I never had a Tyranitar in any Pokemon playthrough before, so I mostly want to stick to the Gen 3 stuff in this run. We have access to all of it with it, you know, just by nature of it. Us having the full Pokédex in this one game. But whoopsie. $1984. Pokebucks. Now it's time to fight his wife. Well, we lost, but that's okay. I'm right here by your side. We'll make it through this. Okay, well, I guess I did fight the doubles, of course, but you guys could have had some more Pokemon, honestly. I know that I saw both of them in the sprite, but I guess I was just a little disappointed I didn't get to then go on to defeat his better half. Okay, here we go. Ouch, ouch, there are holes in the ground here and there. I didn't notice and took a tumble from the floor above. I see that right here. There's really nothing below us that I think I'd want to be falling into. I don't think, but... Memories of my darling Skitty. My eyes overflow thinking about it. R.I.P. Pour one out for this lady Skitty.
Strong men also cry. Strong men also cry.
Mount Pyre continues on the inside, and we have that access to the outside section as well. Why have you come here? All tangled up in cords. Well, we got a Home Depot. Home Depot employee Gabrielle would like to battle. I guess sometimes they pass. Passive old age. I think Skitty, yeah, and Delcatty are just normal, I believe. Zzz. Wow, came through as a blur. There you go, Dancer. Let me bring somebody else in. Gojira needs a little experience.
Being Mr. Mustard.
That's cute. Our little dino. Alright. Get that sandstorm a-brewing. Hit him with the rock slide. There you go. Gojira's, you know, actually at a competitive level with the other trainers. Everybody else except them. Well, maybe I just use this time to get Lazy Boy involved too. I really gotta have them learn some better moves. How common is it for someone to... Because I think if you evolve this into that final form, don't you then have the situation where he loafs around every other turn? So, I wonder how common it is to keep this Pokemon in, you know, unevolved, I guess. And since it can go every turn, I'm sure it gets like a huge stat boost, though. Yeah. She just needs to do a simple battery swap and she can get... Well, you know what? I guess her Skitty ain't coming back, honestly. But with the simple battery replacement, she could begin to... I don't know, she's still not going to be healing. The Skitty's gone, and it ain't coming back. But at least then, eventually, when she's ready, she could get another Pokemon and... C-Dot. C-Dot win. No fire Pokemon on me right now. Alright, let's see. Can I mudshot you? Okay. It's not very effective, but of course, still did a lot of damage on this little guy. That final form of C-Dot, I'm glad we got to see that yesterday. That was cool. Glad we got to see that. That was really cool. I loved to see that. Mr. Mud, level 38. It's about time to put Lazy or Gojira back in, probably. Run, Dot, run. Odor Sleuth. What do you think you smell? Zigzagoon? You don't smell. Lazy Boy is pretty, you know, I mean, I know I'm fighting against a Zigzagoon, I guess, but even strength is in some damage. one of the early episodes of Pokemon Advanced has focuses on Tailo. I've seen a few episodes of that one, but like I said, I'll watch some stuff sometimes when I'm working out. You know, I really just need something to help me just dig in, get those last reps in, right? Nothing like an episode of Pokemon anime. But having a hard time getting into Pokemon Advanced. I'm not sure, Powpuck. I don't know if it's any different for normal Pokemon, you know? I'd like to see your Pokemon when they grow up some more. Please, I need to see your Pokénav. Put Breeder Gabrielle in her Pokénav. We win! Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put Lazy Boy in first so the dancer doesn't just keep soaking up all that experience. Ah ha ha ha, this is no place for children, least of all you. What's that supposed to mean? I like the psychics, you know, levitating the ball. Wobbuffet. Okay, so I don't know what point Wobbuffet first comes into the Pokemon anime, but considering prior to this I'd only watched some stuff from season 1. I must have missed the part where Wobbuffet is like shows up, you know, anytime Team Rocket is around, you know, he's like one of their go-tos, but he just basically salutes and says Wobbuffet, and that's his thing. It's that's what he does. And it feels like they're like already deep into the Wobbuffet gag by the time Pokemon Advanced comes on, but I don't know. It's powerful. Big old tank. Go to sleep. That's cool, Powpuck. It was doing quite a bit of damage. I mean, again, it was a Zigzagoon, but yeah, it makes sense that it would have stab. I guess I just, you know, because I know that I guess normal types aren't super effective against anything. So I was wondering if they had stab. That's cool that they do.
I don't know what else it could be.
Jaw poppin'. Wobbuffet. Jaw poppin' Wobbuffet. Psychic Kayla's about to use Natu. You know what? Stay in there, lazy boy.
Video games, remade or not, are supposed to be, you know, good.
It's funny just fighting against the... I'm used to seeing the evolved form of this, so just seeing the tiny little Natu is cute. Alright, let's... Strength. Forget what Slack Off does. Oh, that's the healing one. That's right. Awesome. Strength. You guys playing any games lately? I guess it would be, yeah, I don't know. That's worth thinking about, Palpuck. He's got a pretty particular move set, you know, because of, obviously I put strength on him, which maybe wasn't the best idea, but yeah, I don't know what cut is supposed to do, like, you know, what its base attack power is, and then, yeah, maybe it gets, could be worth it with stab. That's gonna hurt. Okay, well, you're gonna get outsped, so guess I might need somebody else in to absorb the attack, or you're gonna die. Gojira, survive, please. All right. Chomp. There you go. Rock Slide might even be better, I don't know. But I'm getting super effective with this. There you go, Gojira, next level. Alright. I lost that cleanly. You're damn right you did. Don't accuse me of cheating. This means my training is still not enough. I've got to keep working toward the summit. Go me! Okay, got a couple of holes in the floor we can fall in. Or at least one. Still got another trainer ahead. Okay. I might have to get a break in if I want to keep streaming for a little bit longer. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's do that. I'm enjoying this Mount Pyre so far. I'm also happy that we're in a new location because, you know, hey, again, we got lost amidst the tall grass. It happens in this game, but we were spending a lot of time in, what is it, the Four Tree area, and then that area just south of that, you know, so it feels good to have made a bit of progress. So I got us saved. Okay, yep. We're saved on the game. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. I'm gonna get a little break in. You guys should get one too. And when we get back, we'll keep working our way through Mount Pyre. Yeah. I need a snack. I'm getting hangry. BRB, guys. See you soon.
ya sabes que siempre hay una recompensa más allá del game over.
Game over.
What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Good to see you. How you doing? All right, here we go. Third act. I got about another 45 minutes. Let's see if we can figure out what else is going on in Mount Pyre.
So sorry, I died.
All right, resume game. Bum, 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 bum. Came from the right, I believe. Haven't dropped down any holes. I feel like the holes I want to drop down are going to be... There was one that looks like it's blocked off from here, because I think we're supposed to, you know, fall in from another one even higher, so... You know what? How about a super posh? For Lazy Boy, our... Wait, what is it called now? That's the bad thing about giving nicknames to them back to... I don't know their names. A lot of the Gen 3 ones I don't know. A Vigoroth. Slackoth. Vigoroth. Slack King. Becomes a king at the end. Okay. He's already a king to us. That's the Donkey Kong Country game over. I had that one on the soundboard. I hit it without looking, and what got my attention as I looked away was that it showed 20 seconds left on the sound clip because it's a long one. A mere child like you? You dream of winning? Well, yeah, I love the Donkey Kong Country. The game over screen, the music, it's amazing. The music sounds as if, I mean, it's intense. I can't help but think of like people who were on a jungle expedition, you know, clearly Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong, you see them all bandaged up, and I mean, they're not doing well. Slack Queen, I love that one too. But the Donkey Kong Country ending, the music, or the game over, the bad ending, so to speak, it sounds like something has gone so terribly wrong. And I think it's in that moment that you realize the viewer is kind of, the player I should say, is confronted with the consequences of their actions, you know? To us it's just, oh, I missed a barrel. Okay, right? I jumped into a pit. Oh, I rolled, and then I came out of the roll and I walked right into that snake. You know, it's just one of many other deaths, but to them you see how bad it is. I feel like that music really just sends it home, but I gotta get the picture real quick. Other Donkey Kong Country games seem to have some good ones too. Can I get one that's actually not tiny? Man. And again, you need the full music, I guess, for the effect. That's not that difficult to do, I suppose. Do 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 do. Oh, where's the DKC death?
Oh, untimely death.
Nowhere to be found now. When you need it the most.
That sounds like a problem.
Those are some sad. Those are some sad apes. Again, you're faced with the consequences of your actions. Think before you leap, you know, because clearly lives are on the line. Where is it? It's supposed to be in the death folder, unless I just deleted it. I don't understand what happened.
Thou hast slain me.
God, I hate this soundboard in its current iteration.
I'm gonna win!
Soundboard wins. Do-do-do.
Oh my god!
Insomnia, eh? Drowsy's like, nope. And I'm going to disable it. Okay, let's move on to Gojira. Ah. You guys don't have the game. You guys don't have the game music, do you? Only me. Okay, well, 1 second. We lost a lot of good Kongs on that day. That's got to be one of the best, right? I mean, come on. What a game over screen, a game over theme. There's a lot of great ones. I don't want to try to rank them. That's your job. No. Goodbye, Bite. Altered Beast was great. I didn't know how good of a game over screen that was, and of course I got a lot of opportunities to witness that game over sequence. Curlia. I don't think we've fought a Curlia, have we?
That's the game.
Evolved form of that last one, Ralts, I guess. Bite. All right, well, we could use that right now. In my head, Mario's part of the Kong family. Psychic William, I drown in self-pity. My psychic powers have surely grown several times, but in the end, it wasn't enough.
Dead.
Misdrevis. Miss. It's a good question, Palpuck, and I don't know. At first I was quick to say that Mario would be part of the Kong family, but after I've never actually seen any of that show, but witnessing a little bit of one of those old Kong animations. I think it was a Donkey Kong Country based one. There was some wild stuff, and I don't know if I want to associate Mario with some of what I saw. Hey, Magnets, you want to get a workout? Get in there. Doo-doo. I want to play DKC 3 sometime. It's going to be 5 years before we beat this game, so... I never really played DKC 3, just a few minutes. Maybe like 15 minutes in total. It'd be nice to put in some time on it. Get Sonic Boom. Love Thunderwave. Should use that from the beginning. What a tangled web we weave, Palpuck. It's crazy. I want Nintendo to release the official... You know, we've had a couple timelines of some of your favorite series, but we haven't had any family trees. Walked backwards. Just like to get into random battles. That's all it is.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
All right. Go up the stairs. Still a couple holes in the floor that I haven't checked out. I love all things horrifying. It's like a disease. When I'm here, I shiver with fear. Perhaps you need to...
Go to the bathroom!
Tasha, send out Shuppet. Lazy boy, we've managed to level you up just a bit, but you're kind of running out of your usefulness here without any PP. And now you don't have yawn. Heal yourself before we switch you out. Don't do that. Get in there, magnets. It's funny because I do remember wondering, you know, you go to Dinosaur Island with Super Mario World trying to take us to where it all began, folks. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Yoshi and the Koopas were related. That news doesn't surprise me. Mario wanted to get back to his roots, you know. He went on a journey of discovery to Dinosaur Island. I mean, come on, give the guy a break. He did, he'd been in a few games already up until that point, you know, and then he was a hot commodity everywhere else, and a referee, another face in the crowd, a lot of cameos. Guy was busy. He needed to get away from it all and took a vacation to Dinosaur Island. Alright, Ghastly. Stay in there, magnets. A lot of shelled shelled backs of these I could see that the common thread there. Don't do that, Ghastly. I gotta see the Monty Mole shell now. Monty Mole sprite. Because I'm used to just seeing their front. Now that I think about it. I want to see, let me see some Monty Mole backside. It's a very front-facing character. Oh my God. And getting some great art, including, you know, I remember some of this stuff. This one looks familiar. Oh, this was for, yeah, the debut, Super Mario World. Ba-ba-bum. That's beautiful. The wrench throwing ones. The is that their name? Wacky Wrenches? What is it? I looked up, maybe not. I looked that up and I'm seeing a bunch of stuff on Reddit, like weird wrenches for, what is this weird wrench for? Wacky Wrenches, 4 count, eBay. Ooh, I want a 4 count of Wacky Wrenches. Hex Maniac Tasha. Losing, I dislike. I want to see dreadful things. I can't leave. Stay, won't you stay with me? Oh, now you're scared, huh? Okay, let's, I pop a burn heal unless there's a berry for that. There's a berry for that. We only have one of them, though. The Rost, it's the Rost berry around. We just have one. So maybe we only have one burn heal as well, but that's okay. Let's keep magnets in the game. That sounds familiar. Rocky Wrench. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They have the... That's funny. Yeah, okay, right. Of course, even some of the old art here. Yeah, you get to see a good side profile of them. And not to be confused with Wacky Racers, which is where my head goes sometimes. No worries, Palpuck. Yeah, it's everybody's doing their best. That's oh man. Oh, I love Mario. I love that man.
Dang!
What a series. Those Mario games, I tell you what, guys, they're really good. And you think about them sometimes. You think about them when you're not playing them. I think I meant to say Wacky Races, Dustin. I don't know if I mentioned that one, but yeah. Yeah, is it Wacky Races? Maybe I said Racers. I remember I had a friend who had that one. And I think I remember asking if they could give me a copy of it, and her, rather my buddy, not her, my friend, his dad told me all about zip drives, I believe, at that point. Like, that was the first time, that was my education in a in a zip drive. And he's like, oh, you know, it would take this many discs if we did it in da-da-da, but on this, if you had one of these at home, it would only, you know. Yeah. Wacky Races, yeah. What other systems was it for, I wonder? That's the old cartoon, huh? Okay. And then I think that there was a game called Wacky Racers, huh? My God, too many wacky races. I give up. I don't know what the hell that game was that he had. It's a big mountain, I'll say that. Yeah, I was seeing a 1991 video game developed for the NES. Did he have some port of this or something? I'm sure that I don't have a lot of confidence in this, but I thought I remembered Wacky Racers. I didn't see anything for that, but maybe it was just like some kind of port of this, but it was definitely on his computer. I know that for sure. This would have been like around 1998 or something. Not that it had to be a new game, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, it's funny, Dustin. Yeah, that once CDs just started to become more common, it was bye-bye to all the zip drives. There we go. I'm glad that Lazy Boys get a little experience. Of course, they don't have any moves worth a darn at this point. Game over. Teacher, please watch over my progress. Wonder if we're coming to something big up those stairs there. I don't know. Curious. Black Belt Atsushi. Let's go. Interesting, Dustin. Yeah. You know, well, man, that thing that you shared on Discord was cracking me up. The Castlevania for Master System. Still in development, I guess. Well, yeah, that's fun. Yeah. That's crazy. It looked great. It looked like it played well, but, you know, who knows? I don't know how far along it is. Oh, and during the break, Palpuck, you had mentioned Super Mario, or just before the break, I'd asked what people were playing, and you'd said Super Mario Remastered, I believe? And, yeah. It looks crazy. Looks like a lot of fun. Those power, when I got to the section with I was watching a trailer for it and I was seeing some cool power-ups, and it looked like, you know, of course I can't help but think about Mario Maker when I see that, but yeah, you know, I enjoyed what I was seeing, you know. That's Mario Maker just makes me think. I don't know. Whenever I see something new but in a retro style, for in regards to Mario, I think that's where my head goes. But yeah, and it's interesting, Dust, because I think you and I were talking about how I think you said you didn't know anybody who had one during its run, and yeah, same here. It wasn't until college that I saw one. Yeah, it gets wonky in Mario Maker. It's its own ecosystem, its own physics, so yeah. I played a little bit of Mario Maker 2, and I enjoyed what I played. After I stopped playing, they did add a bunch of stuff. There was like a lot of Zelda stuff, I think, as well, and I really am not a maker on that side of I've never enjoyed. I don't know. I feel the same way when I play Tears of the Kingdom sometimes, that's just a side of it I don't care as much about, like spending time to build a course or to build something, some crazy Death Star contraption, or even something much smaller in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. It's not like everything needs to be action, but it's just not my cuppa, so I was always just on the, wanting to play, just play the courses. Just play the courses, man, I want to make them, but yeah. I did enjoy, I like the online aspect of being able to see brand new courses, play a course that had a low clear rate, and you feel really good for finishing it. I did I didn't do a whole lot of, I didn't play a whole bunch, but a couple of the courses I did that were particularly, at least looked crazy. It's really fun when you get to the end and I figured them out. But it is insane to watch the folks who, and it has been for years and years, like the level of like improvisational talent that people have with being able to play a brand new to them Super Mario Maker course and, clear it usually very quickly. It's really impressive. And of course, streaming on Twitch, you sometimes find yourself on, like, I got raided one time. This actually helped out quite a bit. It was towards the beginning, but there was a Mario Maker 2 player who raided in and was with a really big crew. And I went and I watched their stream and watched them play, and it's like, man, it's it's impressive. We're adding everybody to the PokeNav. Yeah, I do appreciate the level of variety that's in Mario Maker, all the different modes, and there's a lot of you can do, like, yeah, red coin challenges. You mentioned you versus Boo. Have you lost your bearings? Have no fear, for I am here. I think it's pretty cool for what it, like, I enjoy that social aspect of it. Getting to play courses other folks made, put some love into That's right, we can't switch. Is that what it said? Man. I don't have any PP. Do have a few max ethers. I don't have just... Okay, I've got like a couple of ethers. Time to use those. I don't know about... You know, I actually don't know about you versus Boo, but the 5-coin challenge is in it. In Mario Maker 2. I see, I had missed where you said not there. Sorry about that. But yeah, I know that doing the like 5 coins, that's one of the things among others. But yeah, I haven't played a lot of this stuff in, you know, in Mario Maker 2, so I'm not even the an authority on that one. But it does seem to be pretty feature rich. A lot of cool modes. The Mario Remastered, of course, that was looking really sweet. I'd like to check that out sometime. Okay. Let's, maybe I'll just give an ether. I guess I can't switch to anybody else right now, so. Is it even going to be able to get a string, anything off on this freak? I don't know. I mean, I know that... I'm pretty sure that... I'm curious. Yeah, I don't know, actually, Palpuck. Most of what I played was... keeping it more simple. I noted at a certain point they had, like, I think they were even having, like, a lot of Mario 2 modes as well. There was a Zelda 1 mode, a few others. I want to say that I remember some Yoshi representation. I don't know what in particular about, like, you know, what they gave us, but yeah. I'm getting tired, guys, as you can probably tell. Boba Fett. Dead. Waba dead.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Psychic Cedric. Weren't you lost? Goodbye.
Bye, Felicia.
Still further to go here in Mount Pyre. I wish Lazy Boy could use that healing move out here. Yeah, I don't know if you caught that earlier, Palpuck, but I was mentioning having seen Waba Fett in the couple of episodes of Pokemon Advance that I watched recently. But, you know, he's of course already been established, I think, for a while at that point, and, but yeah, the running gag of the, always just saying its name and giving a big salute and jumping in front of everyone. It seems to be, well established at this point. Okay. Oh, sweet. Shadow Ball. That's a heck of a TM. Who's gonna get that?
I'm exhausted. I've run out of things to say.
I'm gonna save before we go any further. I do need to wrap this up soon, but I guess we've made it through most of Mount Pyre. We can now jump down the hole. And I think we need to get to that exterior of the mountain you know, that even showed that you could go further up. So I guess, I don't know if I'll be able to get to that part today, but... Ooh, we got some wax incense. Oops.
See you next time.
Run away. Oh wait, what is this one in the middle here? Does that grave look different?
See you around, kid.
Ran out of soda water. Okay, which one do I need to jump down? Nothing from this. Use strength to knock it over. I was like, dark type evergreen? Shop it. Take this Pokemon and shop it. Right answer. Sea incense. A little Old Spice, perhaps? It's a struggle. Palpuck used struggle. I think that's it, maybe, for the tower, perhaps. I don't know. Where will it dump us out if we take the top pit while we're there? I guess I need to try that. Oh, we're here now. Okay. So I went up. Go up then. I might use like a have we got any repel? I've been going easy on the repels this playthrough. And we just got that item too that I guess would help us keep the Pokemon away.
It was nice to be with you.
Gonna wrap it up soon though. Let me just see. I just want to chase this down. I guess with the repel, I'm gonna need someone higher level out front. I don't think that top pit would do anything. I think we're supposed to fall down there to get down quickly, but making my way downtown. Yeah. Fall down this one, then you have the 2-hole. Choose between your two favorites. Yeah, nothing new there, huh? Okay. So I guess maybe that's it for the tower, and then we need to go to the exterior now. Is that really it for the ins? Feels a bit anticlimactic, but I guess Team Aqua's, you know, they're up on the... They're not inside the little, cemetery here. Here it is. Okay. Repel's effect wore off. Fair enough. This is where we need to be. Wonder how much further I can go. I'm pretty much out of time. Let me just step forward a little bit further. Let's see what's up. I'd like to spend some time in the tall grass. Drop down here. Skill swap. Gold grave up there. The game music might have gotten turned down a little bit at some point. Got some weather kicking in. Max potion. Let's get down to this. Max ether at the grave. Man, that's wrong. You just took that off that grave? That was that deceased Pokemon's favorite ether. Oh, look at this! A Murkrow. I don't want to kill this thing. It's funny, Balbuck, yeah. Trying to tell me these are two different characters? Where can I go? Can I put you to sleep? Lazy boy, get in here. Oh, you don't have any... Got no yawns to your name. Murkrow knew I was going to switch it. Is Murkrow a Gen 3 Pokemon, or is that Gen 2? You're a distant voice from my memory. It says Gen 2, but...
I don't know if that's good enough for you guys.
Strength. Murkrow's down. Keeping my finger on the save trigger here, because I gotta bounce at some point. I think it is Gen 2. I feel like I'm seeing its Game Boy Color sprite, you know, in my head.
Fatality.
I know we're getting close to something big. How does this connect to... That's where we came. Okay, I see. It does all loop around. That's right. This, okay, well, I missed this. This looks very much like a big entrance to something. With that being said, what else is there to do up on this mountain? I was working towards something else for a second, but I guess we got the max ether from there, and then I went right, and I ended up... Yeah, okay, I see. Just ended up heading back the way we came. Alright. You know what? Let's... Just about to have some fights coming up here, I guess. Henchmen and all. Guys, I think because of time I should probably call it. I'm sorry about that, because I know we're I think we're just now getting to the peak of Mount Pyre. But hey, I get to use that thumbnail one more time. All right. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I got to call it. Getting kind of tired, and I got to help cook some dinner. So we're going to get out of here. But when we reconvene, we'll see if we can't get to the bottom of what's going on at the top of Mount Pyre.
It's time to wrap up this CDI shit fest.
I want to thank you guys for coming through. Happy Monday. This was fun. I think I streamed yesterday, and that's a total cliffhanger. Absolutely. I streamed yesterday. The schedule says Monday and Tuesday. I may have to come back on Wednesday, take a little breather, get another day to get ready. We'll see. I'll play it by ear. I'm going to think about doing a raid here. Who's streaming right now? I've been seeing a little bit of a good series, by the way. I meant to mention this, but it's called What Happened? I need to get the, what was it, Matt McMuscles or something, I think was the name. I think they've been around for a while, but, I missed a lot of a lot of YouTube gaming content over the years. But yeah, they do this series called What Happened that's, just stories about development of games. It's not always like a negative, although they do cover a lot of games that came out as a flop or just had a terrible, they just changed, the game changed focus or genre or whatever over and over. Dev hell. All right, let's see who's streaming right now. Let's see. I want to do this. Let's try to find someone playing. What should we do? Maybe a Pokemon Emerald? Oh, you know what? I can't be social tonight. I gotta bounce and cook some din-din. All right, guys. No raid tonight. A rare. I like doing the raid. So, oops. Don't go BRB. No. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up. No raid tonight. Maybe I'll skip the raid. Thank you guys for hanging out. Happy Monday. The schedule says I'll be back tomorrow. I'll do what I can. If not, I'll be back Wednesday. I appreciate you guys coming through. This has been fun. Do what you can to support the stream. It keeps me going. The likes, the comments, talking in the chat, even just lurking, it all helps. The subscriptions, all that. Thank you guys. Keeps me rocking.
I'm exhausted. I've run out of things to say.
How you doing, Tater? Welcome in. Thanks for chilling. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. How about a little collage? And then, yeah, I guess that'll be it. Good night, guys. See you next time. Thank you for hanging.
Goodbye, friends. It was nice to be with you.
We just got our ass totally kicked.
you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
So meaty.
Pokemon cards.
Hi, Mr. President.
Johnny, roll a ball of hash and make sure it's the bomb. Cause the devil's got the kind of stuff they smoked in Vietnam.
Fun, fun, fun. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Who are you guys?